All right, we'll just settle in. The usual thing, just get comfortable. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths just to settle in. And whatever the mind does, whatever thoughts come up, we're just watching those and not getting involved. The mind can do whatever it likes. Just let it spontaneously throw up thoughts or reactions, and we're just watching them, just like sensations. They're just interesting, but they actually don't mean anything for a while. It doesn't mean the mind has to stop. It just means whatever the mind does is okay. We don't have to change that. We're just going to observe it and not really identify or get hooked into it. And just watch the breath, feel the breath coming in and out of the nose. And whatever happens is okay. Just the natural breath. Not trying to change it or make it better. It just is as it is. And the peaceful approach is that whatever happens is okay as it is. The peace is actually in being okay with whatever's going on, even if it doesn't seem peaceful. And just feeling any sensations, the breath in and out of the nose and over the top lip. You might even notice the face has tension in it other places, or in the forehead or the eyes. That's okay. We're just observing the sensation of breath and letting everything else just play out. And we're just going to scan down the body as we usually do, just looking for sensations, either subtle or gross. And we'll start at the top of the head or the crown of the head. And what does that feel like at the moment? Some people say, I don't feel anything. And then you just observe it a little longer and it's just like, oh, there's just a dull feeling there. That's enough. It's just a subtle sensation. Any sensation. And when sensations are felt, whether they're unpleasant or pleasant, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to change them. You don't have to make them better or more peaceful. You're just accepting them as they are. Just a quiet observation. And just being equanimous with that sensation. And it's natural to feel other sensations around the head while you're focused on one area. It's okay, it's normal. But just gently rest the attention in the crown of the head. And travel the attention down the back of the head. Just part by part. You can do it in quarters, or the top half and the bottom half, whatever's accessible. And just feel each section, feel some sensation. Once there's sensation there and it's sort of registered, just, it's okay as it is. I don't have to do anything with that. And you move on to the next section. And sometimes it'll feel blank. Just notice that and rest there a little longer. And if eventually there's no sensations noticed, just be okay with that as well. Okay, it's blank today. Accept that as well. And moving all the way down to the top of the neck, back of the neck. And then back to the crown of the head and just travelling down the left side of the face. Once again, just part by part. Maybe the temple and the side behind the ear, and the side of the jaw. What does it feel like? Is there any sensation at all? You don't have to do anything with it. Just accepting any sensation. It's just like a childlike curiosity. Completely okay as it is. And you don't have to make sensation either. It's either there or it isn't. It's okay either way. And back to the crown of the head, you can go down the right side of the face, just doing parts, the temple, the side of the jaw, bottom of the jaw, side of the neck. Sometimes when I'm doing this, even though I don't feel particularly stressed, I can hear almost like clicks or little ticks where tension releases inside the head. And it's a lovely feeling because it's just feeling like everything's relaxing, but it's doing it on its own. And obviously it's tension releasing. I don't understand it. I don't really need to. I'm just trusting the process. And going down the front of the face, we'll start at the forehead. What does the forehead feel like? Just as it is. There might be a tendency of the mind to judge it or make it relax. You can let that go too. Always noticing what's going on for you. Is there reaction? And if that happens, that's okay, but just notice it and let that dissolve as well. Traveling down the left eyebrow and left eye. And the same with the right in your own time. This area can almost feel like an ache inside the eye sockets because we're never really looking at that or feeling that. The body just economizes its sensations so it doesn't distract you, but we're just learning to feel all sensations and then just train ourselves to just be okay with them. Not to have to involuntarily react to every little stimulus. In the left cheek and the right cheek. You feel the cool air travelling in. Maybe the warmer, more moist air travelling out. Just feeling the sensation. And once again, it's just okay as it is. Feeling the lips inside the mouth, the tongue and inside the throat. And the chin and the jaw in your own time. And then just feel the whole head. It's kind of the opposite of force or doership. More like an opening to feel the head as it is. It's a new habit, usually, for the body to do this. And whatever sensations are happening, just be curious and just allow them to be as they are. Everything's constantly changing anyway. That energy of sensation will change, especially if it's relaxed, if it's open to. And traveling down the left arm, the shoulder, under the arm. And just do all parts, part by part, down the arm to the fingers. The process is usually enjoyable. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's unpleasant sensations. And just look at them all the same. Accept the pleasant sensations and equally accept things that don't feel so great. And just almost let it vibrate as that. And vibrate might sound a bit of a woo-woo term, but it's actually, everything is just vibration anyway. Every cell, every particle is just vibrating energy in the shape of a body. And the right side also, going down the right shoulder. And all parts to the hand. And this being okay with sensations as they are. It's almost like letting the energy of the body just harmonize. So knots of contraction or tension just have a chance to work themselves out. And yet there's no force, we're not forcing anything away, which kind of reinforces contraction. Just accepting things as they are. And bringing the attention to the front of the neck, and the sides of the neck. Lots of glands here. Just let the neck feel as it feels. No encouragement, no identification, no participation, no resistance, just as it is. And traveling down the chest, you can start at the top of the chest. For me, this area was blank for a long time, but it's actually seen that there's always sensation. It might be different or subtle. It might be blank through contraction. It's okay, everything's okay. We just lean our attention into certain parts and see what's going on. On the left and the right side of the chest. And generally speaking, we're on the surface of the body to start this process of exploration. But you'll probably notice as you become more used to it, some more sensations are seen deeper into the body. It's just whatever's accessible. It's easier if you stay on the surface, but there's a natural curiosity to notice sensation deeper. So just noticing deeper into the chest, into the heart area. How does the heart feel? And most people start by saying, I can't even feel it. If you just gently lean in and open, sometimes sensation becomes more noticed. Can you feel your heartbeat at all? Either in the chest or maybe the neck and the head as blood pulses. And just to help another intelligence of the heart activate, just bring someone to mind you care deeply about, you love. Feel that opening of care or love for them in the heart area. If you can't quite access it to start with, just sort of almost lean in and encourage it a bit. And just allow that nondescript feeling of love to glow or blossom in the heart. And let it expand. Just keeping them in mind, and just that thing we can't really explain, love, let it blossom. It's something more than a sensation, but it seems real. You can kind of wish them well, wish them care. And then travelling down the rest of the abdomen, starting at the top of the stomach area. You can feel the surface of the skin, maybe rubbing on your clothes. You might notice deeper sensations into the organs. Still just going part by part. You just look at an area, feel it. Is there anything there? Is it blank? You don't need to understand anything. You don't need to fix anything. You're just easily observing sensations as they are. And when you feel a sensation in that area, you just move to the next area. Just aware of sensations. And as you get down to the lower stomach area, the lower abdomen, a bit similar to the heart, the feeling that emotion. There's a lot of emotion that gets held in the lower abdomen. A lot of contracted energy there. So just let it express as it is. Do you have any gut feeling today? And usually it's kind of something you don't want to feel. Most people avoid that gut feel. But if you look at sensation, sometimes excitement and dread are a very similar sensation. Just the mind and the thinking tends to give it a flavour. We're just allowing all sensations to be equal. So it's almost like leaning into those perhaps sensations that aren't desirable and just letting them express until they just get bored with themselves. And they just burn out. And then there's no reactivity, which is peaceful. And feeling underneath the arm, down the left side of the torso, to the hip. In your own time, the right side as well, just part by part. And if you notice your head dropping or your neck bent, it's probably best to just keep it a little bit straight, a little bit of effort to keep the head up. And feeling all the way down to the base. And your buttocks sitting on the chair perhaps. Just feel all that sensation. And we're just present now. And traveling down the back, you can start at the back of the neck. And just travel down the shoulders and the spine and each side of the back, just in your own time, feeling sensations. It's like a warm bath of awareness. If ever you feel like a sensation's a little bit permanent or it's not changing as fast as you think it should, just always keep in mind the law of impermanence. Everything is now and everything is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same, even if you want it to. It's constantly changing. So if there's any sensations that you wish were different, you can just drop that even and just rest assured everything changes in time. In what we call time. Which is really just a state of change. Always now. And travel down the left and the right leg in your own time. Starting at the hip. And just gently feeling each part. And if in any time the mind starts daydreaming or wandering, those thoughts that pop up spontaneously are just like sensations. They appear spontaneously through a subconscious mind, whatever's happening. So we just let them play, let them express. Gently watch them like sensations, and inevitably they change. It's like a game. You can just watch sensations and allow them to be. And you can observe thoughts. Not identify or get involved, to just watch them be. And drift and change. And if any time the mind drifts too far, you might be daydreaming or bored or sleepy, just gently focus the attention on the sensations again. Or if you need to have a little rest, you just get back to the breath. Feel the breath in and out of the nose for a couple of breaths. And if that's not enough, you can just take a couple of deeper breaths, which activates the sensations a bit more. And then just let it settle back down to the natural rhythm of the breath. And then maybe go to wherever you are on the body and just pick it up from there. Although it's relaxing, we're not really sleeping here. This is gentle, aware attention. It's giving the body some new habits of accepting things as they are. And when you're at the feet, just feel the feet. Feel the aliveness in the feet. It can be quite interesting to notice how much sensation is actually in the hands and the feet. And then just sweep up from the feet to the crown of the head. Just over 10 or 15 seconds. Doesn't have to be accurate, just notice the sensations that are probably more alive in the body now, more active, more noticed actually. When you get to the crown of the head, just almost let it relax like water washing down the body. Just feeling all sensations throughout the body. And just feel the aliveness of the body, including perhaps sensations that are a bit more noticeable or gross. And then all that part of the body that's just very subtly alive with sensation. And this might be a time if you've got any aches and pains or interesting sensations around the body that feel contracted. Just feel, accept as they are, and rest on them with the trust that they will change in time anyway. Yet the approach is they can stay that way forever. And that way there's not a contracted need for something to happen. The change happens anyway. And just feel with gratitude the aliveness of the body. That love feeling you had for a dear one before can be intermingled with this gratitude for the body. It's love for the self, love for the body, love for the body-mind. And you can either just curiously, gently feel around the body, or you can just feel the sensations of breath in and out of the nose and over the top lip. Nothing to do, just being. Nothing to understand, just like floating. You might just notice, are you aware at the moment? Just notice being aware of what's going on. A gentle observation of thoughts and sensations. Are you aware of all of that? And without having to find anything, just notice who is aware of all of this. You don't need to find anything. Just look. Just be aware of that. And let that float. Although we're just resting with the breath, we can also encourage that aware intelligence just to look into itself without having to work anything out, just gently resting. looking at its essence. All the while just watching the natural breath and allowing the body to have sensations. Whatever thoughts come and go, they're fine. And just in silence for 5 minutes or so. Just rest still and observe. Just gently notice what's happening for you right now. And everything's okay as it is. You'll go out of here after this and still take action. But it's just a nice place to center yourself. And in this moment, and you can apply this to anything that happens in life. And if there's overwhelm or stresses or activities, just simply taking one breath and feeling the sensation in the nose. It's very hard to be doing two things at once with the mind. You can just feel the sensation. And remember, this is always available. And the rest is the noise of life, just stories. It's always in this changeable now. And when things are seen as activity and stories and noise, then they're ultimately, you're okay. And they just seem to have less venom, less juice. And also the body can just relax a little bit. And whenever you feel right, you can just open the eyes and just stay in that, stay where you are, stay in that state. And just see that everything's okay in this moment.
Everything is very much okay.
It's just this. It's okay. Life has stuff happening all the time. The mind interprets it, the mind makes stories and reacts, and all of that stuff's fine. So you can still be peaceful in the noise of the mind and the thoughts. That's the thing. You don't have to stop anything. Just have to see it. It's just activity and energy moving and the mind moving and the body sensation. And it's okay. It's okay to be involved in that. It's just not a problem. And that way there's always peace. There's always that fabric of peace about everything. It takes a while for that habit to instill itself, but it's actually, it's just a habit, the habit of the mind. And what you're doing here is just acquainting yourselves with it. It's just there, and it just carries into your life and affects people around you and creates calm. That's wonderful. And yet if next week you do think, that's fine too. Because this is the fabric of, this is the essence of what you are. That piece is always there. And the mind just throws all the other stuff on top. It's okay. It does that.
I haven't stopped.
Yeah, beautiful.